Okay, guys. Hey, this is Wayne Chambers here with Barber-Dyson Ford. I'm here with Rusty Puffinbarger, the Superintendent of Schools here at Woodward. Hey, we're going to do episode 2. Let's take a ride. We're going to talk about the school issues. Let's get going.
The 405 number.
Dang, Rusty, I got in this thing. Don't sound like it's running. I forgot this is a hybrid.
Quiet.
It don't make much noise when you crank it. You didn't even know it was open.
I didn't. I was waiting for you to start it.
Well, I did, but then I tell you what, these things they're nice. It'll improve your fuel mileage. This is a dadgum platinum too. I mean, this has got all the bells and whistles, all the goodies that go with one. You can't get much more on it. So, yeah, that thing nice. So maybe after this podcast, we might find somebody out there might be interested in buying it. Maybe the superintendent of schools here.
I knew I was in for you to try to make a sale today.
Okay, I tell you what, that's what I do for a living. So you just will get you.
I knew what I was getting into. Actually, I didn't know what I was getting into.
Well,
Rhett didn't tell me it was you.
Well, we try to keep some of the things kind of secret. We can't disclose everything. You may not have come if you knew you was going to ride with me. Yeah, Rusty and I, folks, we go back a ways. We've known each other for a long time. I was in education myself for a little bit, so I'm not a complete dummy when it comes to the education process. I will say this, it's a whole lot different than when I was there. So anyway, we're going to talk about some things that's going on here in Woodward. Rusty's going to tell you some things going on. We're going to take a little ride. We're going to peek at the new activity buses. We're going to do lots of things, but it's going to be pretty cool. Y'all may want our autograph by the time this thing's over with. Yeah.
Or they may ask, who are those two guys again?
Oh, I guess I ought to put we don't like that dinging. I guess I better put that on, hadn't I? Plus, it's the law here. Kind of like, it's not a suggestion, it's a real deal. You're supposed to put those on. Well, Rusty, what's going on? Tell me something. What's going on at Woodward Public Schools that the public would like to know what's going on? Anything going on big we want to talk about?
You know, there's a lot of exciting things happening around Woodward and Woodward schools. It is an interesting time in the world of education that there's a lot of challenges that everyone's dealing with, but I'm excited about where this school and community is headed. One of the things that you mentioned we'll talk about, and I think if our drive takes us that way, we'll go have a look at some activity buses that we've gotten in the last month or so that we're excited about. That was part of a transportation bond that was passed here, and then you know, we're looking at some possibilities or opportunities, or where do we go next with a facility bond and how we can best meet the needs of the school and the community here.
Well, that's what it's all about. And I tell you what, and I've known myself, people like to know when they pass a bond that the money's actually going where it was earmarked to go. And with these activity buses, that's proof that you did what you said you was going to do.
You know, Wayne, I don't know anybody that really likes to pay taxes, but one of the things about school bond issues is that people actually get a vote, a yes or no vote on what they're doing, and we're going to spell out exactly what they're voting for. So there are no surprises. Your money doesn't get sent somewhere to do something that you don't support or aren't part of. So, and you know, as you know, I've lived in this part of the world my whole life, and I think one of the things that I believe about people is most people are proud of their community. They're proud of this part of the world. They want good things for community.
And for the kids.
For the kids too, yeah. But we're also ruled by common sense.
That is true.
The plan needs to make sense. It needs to be fiscally responsible. And I think if you can let people know what you're trying to do and why, takes the sale out of things.
You're exactly right. I tell you what, I was in education myself for a while, and through that process, I don't know how many different bond issues we went through, whether we was building something or, again, had transportation. And I was from a little community, and the biggest entertainment the people in that little community had was the activities of the school. They didn't have movie theaters. We didn't have skating rinks. So if they went somebody during the week, they went to a school activity, and that's how they got their entertainment. And they're not going to, I don't know of a time, I don't remember having a school bond issue that didn't pass.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just the way it was. So, yeah, I'm new to Woodward. I've lived in Vicey for a lot of years, but yeah, here in Vicey, I remember I got the opportunity to vote on this bond issue myself. So, yes, I was proud to support it, and that's why. But, yep, these people are going to do, if it helps the community, and especially the kids, they're I don't know of anybody that don't support kids. So,
it is in small town western Oklahoma, Woodward. To me, the kids, the community is responsible to help raise our kids with us, and I think kids have a responsibility to represent the community and the values of that community. And I think, like you said about their activities, whatever that is, it's important to bring kids to a place where they understand that they're representing something bigger than themselves.
They're not just representing that school; they're representing this. Yeah, they want the community proud of what they're doing.
For sure.
And you know what? We don't give kids near enough credit for actually doing what we just talked about them doing. They do that. We don't give them enough credit for actually. Gosh dang, how can you not be a proud kid? I used to tell people, I said my two biggest thrills in life is agriculture and kids. I was lucky enough to combine the two and make a living doing it.
Yeah.
How lucky is that?
Yeah, and you and I talked a little bit earlier, Wayne, about we're driving by here where the new activity buses are, but talking a little bit about, in today's world where if you turn on the news or you go on social media, you don't always hear about the good things that are happening. You hear about the terrible things that are going on in the world and what's wrong. But
right down there is the new activity buses. People, if y'all get a chance, boy, those are nice. They actually brought one. Let me look at one. Little better than that old yellow bus that I used to ride back and forth on. Not that we didn't get her done on that bus, but
we're excited about those. One of the disadvantages, in my mind, it's honestly the only disadvantage where we live is you've got to travel for kids to participate in activities and go do things. And I think obviously we're as a community, we're proud of our kids, and we want them to get to and from safely, comfortably, and we're excited about this upcoming year of being able to put kids in those buses.
I've always said this. I used to tell my superintendents when I was teaching, because I was furnished an ag pickup every year. I was lucky enough for the most part. I drove a nice truck. I mean, we had that, and it's one of those deals that the nicer. I believe that if it's not, kids are going to take care of something they're proud of more than they are something that they're not. So,
right.
And of course, I think I'd actually blow the gasket if they hadn't taken care of it.
You'd blow the gasket?
Maybe a little bit.
Really?
Yeah.
I had not ever heard that about you.
Well, you ain't heard much about me then. Me and kids got along great, but enough was enough. So, yep. Yeah.
Mr. Chambers was the ag teacher at Vicey when I was a student in high school at Leedy. So he and our ag teacher ran around together a lot. So
let's try to keep that under hat. But I don't want a lot of people. You're sitting here ruining my reputation.
I didn't say a word about it. I promise.
Well, at least you didn't mention any names.
I had to sign an agreement that I wouldn't bring up things that too far past on this deal.
I got you. Yeah, I tell you what, that gummit, I miss kids. I'm going to tell you, I'm not going to lie. The good thing about me and, Barber-Dyson, who I work for, we support the youth a bunch. I guarantee if you'll walk in my office and look on the wall in my office, I've got pictures of kids everywhere that we have monetarily and just patted on the back. Those kids, they and you know, here's the thing about those kids. You can't believe how many of them just will come by the dealership. Then for one thing, they come to see me. I mean, especially for the agricultural stuff, the show deal that we support a bunch, when they have premium sales and stuff. A lot of that, I'm the face. I mean, they because I'm the one that goes and does that. I mean, they know these other people too, but you know, and it makes me happy to be able to do that. I mean, they keep me involved in a program that I really love. So, and it's not just I'm a believer in all of those programs, but I really love the ag program and the show program. So you bet. I'm glad I'm glad that Barber-Dyson supports our youth the way they support them, and that I have a chance to be a part of that.
Yeah, and I can vouch for that firsthand from, you know, before Barber-Dyson came to Woodward, or before I came to Woodward, to see my time at Leedy, that they supported the community in Elk City, and this is just following the same mission in Woodward, which is a fantastic thing for this community and the kids of this community.
And again, that's what it's about. Yeah, and it's not just that. I mean, they support all of them. I mean, dadgummit, the golf kids. We've got pictures we share. It's not, the thing of it is, it's not just the kids in Woodward. These outlying communities. Yeah, we do that too. I mean, it's maybe more so sometimes than just Woodward, but you bet. Makes me happy to be able to work for an outfit that does that. I hate to brag on them because.
Well, it's to me that's what small town community is. That we all support one another.
Yeah, it's more than just bond issues.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep, it is pretty cool. I mean, it's just golly. I mean, look what we're doing right now. We're making a podcast right now.
You ever made a podcast before?
No.
I've never been on a podcast either.
No, like I say, I'm sure I know a lot of people's going to want both of our autographs before this is over, now that we're famous.
Back to talking about bond issues. One of the things that we were going to touch on a little bit is upcoming sometime in the next year, we probably look at facility bond issues that, and I would tell you, we completed a facility condition study that basically gives us information about where our buildings currently stand as far as, I guess I'd just say, the backbone of the building, whether that's electrical, roofing, HVAC, those things that can eat up maintenance cost, that what you look at doing is trying to have a strategic approach of maintaining buildings in a way that makes sense. And then you try to weigh the idea of, okay, does a new building or new setting in some places make more sense? Or is it an investment in your current buildings, and how do those facilities meet the changing needs of teaching? You know, some things are no different, but at the same time, when you have buildings that were built 80 years ago, the world in the classroom looks different than it did at that time, and you want to give kids and teachers the best opportunity possible to be successful.
Correct. I mean, that's just, we was talking about the transportation part of it a while ago. These kids, every day, they're inside that building.
Yeah.
I mean, and that is, again, it's a pride thing for everybody. Yeah. The teachers, the kids, and everything. And people don't realize the upkeep, what it costs to keep those things going. I mean, good Lord, it's amazing what I'd hate that, I don't even want to know, but gosh, I can't imagine the cost of just like a monthly electric bill or keeping it going where it don't, it's not being wasted someplace. I mean,
some of the challenges that most people drive by a school at some point when they're in Woodward, but most most community members are not inside a school. And just an example, if you have a 50-year-old air conditioner go out in August, and you have a classroom of kids and teachers that don't have an air conditioner in August, that it's a little challenging to learn if you're not comfortable.
You're right. I mean, there's a lot of things goes into making a sponge out of that mind on that young person to learn things. I mean, and like you say, if they're sitting there and they're wiping sweat off their head, they're probably not paying much attention to what a teacher's saying. They're more interested in where am I going to get to cool off.
When you were teaching, you never had kids didn't pay attention, did you?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, maybe a little bit. I tell you what. You know what? I was lucky. Dadgummit, I was lucky. Well, I used to tell everybody what I taught these students. They didn't have to take it. It was an elective. You know, if they didn't want to be in there, I didn't want them. I didn't. A lot of people say, "Well, I ain't nothing but a dumping ground." Well, I never had that. Even some of those kids that didn't think they wanted it, I'd get them in there, and they realized they liked it.
Yeah.
And then I'm.
I think what you're talking about, not just in the classroom, but with the ag program and the others too, you know, math and reading and all those things are critical to the kids' future, but there's a whole bunch of stuff that helps you be successful in life that's related to interacting with people, talking to people, respecting one another, learning what hard work is, what responsibility is. All those things are important, and I think to me that should be the backbone of your mission.
I'll agree. I mean, dadgummit, I don't, and I guess there's some out there. I don't know that I ever saw it much, but most people that teach, it's for the love of teaching. It's not because you know as well as I do, especially back when I was doing it. It definitely wasn't for the money.
Yeah.
You did it because you loved what you did.
I think.
And you wanted to make a difference in a young person's life. And that's what I did. I mean, yeah, I had to make enough money to live on, but at the same time, I didn't have to get, it wasn't one of those jobs you're going to get rich doing.
No, but I think it is important of what you said, that it's about making a difference. It's about making a difference in lives of people. It's about making a difference in the community.
And it always amazed me how a student could absolutely humble you when you think you knew everything that's going on. They'd come up with something and say, "Golly, that kids amaze me of how resourceful they were. Kids would amaze me. Dadgummit, I had some kids that could have gone to work as a freshman anywhere they wanted to go. They were a whole lot smarter than I was.
Yeah. Well, and I think that's still true. I think it's never been more difficult to be a kid than it is right now in today's world.
I will agree with you. I mean,
but at the same time, I also think that
there are opportunities.
I've said this a lot. So if you have kids, and I know you'll agree with this, if kids in today's world, if you can show up to work on time, you can get along with people while you're there, and you can pay attention to what's going on around you and look for opportunities and not have to be told what to do all the time, it's never been easier for that kid to get ahead.
That is exactly right.
And I don't think that's not the message the world's telling them right now.
Well, all the people here on kids anymore is the negative part, not the positive part.
Yep.
You know, dadgummit, you just don't hear about little Johnny getting into West Point. Well, you hear about little Johnny who did a drug reel, went down and they shot somebody.
Yeah.
That is the minority of the kids. That's not the majority.
Well, I think the same is true for teachers too.
Oh, I'll agree,
Mr. Chambers. That nobody hears about the the teacher that goes to work every day and makes a difference in the life of kids, that's not a self-promoter, that just goes about their business the way they ought to.
And that's not what teachers are about. That is the exception, not the rule.
Yep.
Yeah,
this is a nice truck.
You're finding the gadgets and Googles. This thing's even, you can flip this thing over right here, and we got a dadgum desk. Punch that button right there, that'll go down, and you got a desk right there. You can sit there and run, put your laptop on there and run it, even plug it in. Throw your cell phone down there, you don't even have to plug it in, it'll charge itself. Got a sunroof. If it's during the day, at night, it's a moonroof.
I'm sure you've got a really good deal for somebody that's interested.
This, like I say, this is the Platinum. This is the bad boy right here. Not only is it a Platinum, it's a Platinum hybrid. So fuel mileage is going to be good. Yeah, when we got in there, I looked in here and it tells you how many miles to empty you've got. We got in here and said it was 130 miles to empty. We made this loop, had stops and it still says 127 miles to empty, and that's town driving. So yeah, we've been on battery a whole lot and on the gas motor very little. So yeah, this thing it's I don't know what else you could put on one. I guess there's somebody who'd find something they want. So. Yep, it's a nice truck. Somebody out there is going to see this who's going to want this truck. You need to come see old Wayne. I'd love to sell it to you.
Even if you've got this one sold, I bet you can find another one, can't you?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, just because you don't see it on the lot don't mean it's not out there. We'll find it. I tell you what, our old buddy Dale Rupel, he's a master at finding that stuff. He's just like a bird dog. You put him on a mission and he ain't gonna quit digging till he's done. You bet. Well, I'm sure glad it seems like it's going good at Woodward School. I don't think you're probably going to have much of an issue when it comes to passing that bond. Just because, like we talked about, that's what people do. People are going to support this school.
Yeah.
And those of us out there, we're gonna do everything we can to pass the word along and support that, and let them know that we're in support of that. So we'll just go from there.
Well, I'm thankful for having a community partner like Barber-Dyson that is a supporter of the school and the community, and I appreciate the time today of riding around with you.
You know what? I enjoyed it myself. And people don't realize, they think this is a scripted deal. Neither one of us knew a darn thing what we was going to talk about. But talk about education is easy to do. You can talk about education pretty easy, especially to two people that's passionate about it like we are.
Right.
So you bet. Yeah, man, I've enjoyed it. I'm going to shake your hand. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
You bet. Guys, come see me.